Alright, another day, another stream. Just gonna start today off by doing Anby's little story quest thing. Just dive right into it. Here we go. Echoes of Silver. Generally, these don't take too long, so maybe, depending on how long it takes,
what happened?
might just hop into an extended monster hunter time, since it got shortened last time.
Nothing really. It might not even be a big deal. General Chop just mentioned that Soldier 11 hasn't come to eat noodles at the shop for quite some time. We haven't heard from her in a while either.
Maybe she's
11's missing?
had something important come up lately?
Something important, huh? But even if she was on a mission, she'd still try to reply to a message, especially if it was from you. This is starting to worry me now. If only her squad mates were with her.
A few days ago, Trigger visited Scott Outpost. If I'm not mistaken, you're back to inquire about Soldier 11 again. When was the last time you got some shut-eye? They're closed right now, don't worry, I'm fine, and I can't rest until I confirm her whereabouts. Recently, she keeps getting redeployed, and I haven't been able to contact her, which is very unusual. We are colleagues after all, so I thought perhaps you might have some information. You're in luck. However, I want you to promise me something. Don't push yourself too hard, and go get a good night's sleep, for her sake, if nothing else. Thanks, I'll do it for you too, Ray. I know you won't say that to everyone, but fine, here goes. Someone who looks a lot like Soldier 11 was spotted in the Hollow Zero. According to the eyewitness accounts, she was with some armed individuals who were not Defense Force personnel. I'll send you the precise coordinates. Are you heading out now, Trigger? Here's to combat.
We fighting? Take me, Officer. Head maid Reed standing by.
Alright. Might as well bring both of them, since I got them. We're very likely going to run into Anby, this familiar person.
We've arrived at the coordinates Ray provided. She's so kind.
I can never get tired of the combat in this game. It's just so nice.
Adjusting for wind. That was easy.
I'm on it. Right over. Down static.
I'll take point. Suspicious ether fluctuations over there. Recalibrating. Got you covered.
Right on cue.
Secured in position.
Be the lightning.
Fire support ready.
Right over.
You're in my sights. Ether vision activate. Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill.
Roger that. It's time. Resolve.
Fire support ready. Show no mercy.
Would have missed that if I wasn't looking that way. Trigger subdues and captures an enemy. Don't hit me! You're from the Defense Force, a soldier of the people. You can't just go dishing out vigilante justice, can you? I don't need to get my hands dirty. I just need to leave you in a place where no one can find you and remove your protective gear. It'll be the corruption here that takes your life. Fine, I'll tell you everything. You're looking for a woman, right? The one wearing all the military uniform like yourself, with that intriguing face? The one others already restrained her? The others already restrained her, and they took her that way. Is that so? Thank you for your cooperation. Sure slams the butt of her gun against the enemy's mask. The fake soldier's wailing doesn't save him from being forcibly put to sleep. Sending him into the peaceful oblivion was an act of mercy. They actually managed to capture her?
That's Soldier 11.
Take out that sniper.
I won't let you take her. Down. Adjusting for wind. The melody of combat.
Sounds ready. Outbound.
You're in my spot. Time to pin them down. Recalibrating.
Right over.
Target locked. This bullet will reach its mark.
Right on cue.
God,
Press the
it's so
advantage.
cool.
Recalibrating.
You won't back down. What you deserve. Outbound.
The melody of combat. Ether vision activate.
Amidst the etheric turbulence, Trigger catches sight of Soldier 11. However, something feels different. Soldier 11 is not acting like her usual self.
Soldier 11! No, damn it. You should have been no match for her. What did you do?
Ah, the blind sniper. So you actually can see.
She's supposed to be
Release
blind?
her, or else you'll have my bullets to answer to.
Your friend is beyond help, Sniper. There's no stopping Silver's revival.
Just as Trigger fires a shot, the enemy vanishes into a fissure with 11 in his arms. Moorings begin closing in, and by the time Trigger finishes dealing with them, the fissure is already closed.
Damn you. Silver's revival. What did he mean by that?
So they want to bring back that program, huh? Well, the one from that trailer. It's me. Sorry, could you help me relay a message to the Captain when you have the time? Soldier 11 and I will both be using all of our leave starting today. Are you going on vacation together? Without me? I'm already racking my brain trying to figure out what I did to upset you. You know it's not like that. I know. Soldier 11, haven't you found her yet? Yeah, please don't tell the Captain about this just yet. She's already got enough on her plate. Are you sure you don't need my help? I appreciate the offer, but it won't be necessary. I don't want to kick the hornet's nest. After all, Soldier 11's frequent redeployments are also on orders from the higher-ups. Then am I to kick the hornet's nest? I want to be the hornet's nest. That way you'll think of me whenever you want to talk about hornets. Why would I ever talk about hornets? Never mind. There's something else too. What, there's more? I want to know, what does Silver's revival mean? It sounds like a new Asher Yao album. You're so sleep deprived that you've lost your sense of humor. Silver's revival or whatever. Want me to ask about it on the internet? You're the best. Call me as soon as you have something. I always miss hearing your sweet voice. Ah, stop it. Save your sweet little talk for someone who actually needs it. Now, Soldier Trigger, I order you to go and get some rest. A few days later, Trigger receives a call from her companion. According to her reply, she has already reached out to the internet to the informant through the internet. The contact information: a young woman on 6th Street holding a fried chicken burger. A young woman holding a fried chicken burger. I hope I can recognize the smell of the fried chicken. And there she is, Anby.
Hello.
Is it you? The one who contacted me on internet?
Yep.
Huh?
Oh, the burger. Sorry, I was starving, so I already finished it. Thanks for coming to meet me. Long story short, we need to stop Silver from coming back. By the way, what was your name again?
I hadn't introduced myself. I'm still unsure if I can trust you.
Oh.
Don't take it personally. I'm always cautious with people I've just met, especially someone from Internaut who claims to have intel without any solid proof. But I have to admit, you do seem kind of familiar.
She's got a lot of colors for her visor.
You somehow remind me of a friend. A friend who's in danger.
They've taken her, haven't they?
Wait, how much do you actually know?
I'm just as clueless as you about what's happening. But you might have heard of me. I'm Anby, the former captain of Silver Company.
Just coming out with it, huh?
So, you're...
Yeah, that's me. I'm the one who died in Soldier 11's place. So you should get why
Is that
I
why she
feel
wears that little
responsible
choker
for
to
her.
hide the scar she
Would
gave
you
herself?
understand if I say I'm still not completely convinced?
No worries. I've dealt with even more skeptical people before. Trust isn't gained on words alone. So how about we meet inside the hollow?
Inside the hollow?
I'm not the best with words. Showing you through my actions might be more convincing. You just need to see me in battle.
So you're that, Anby. Sorry, I can't trust you yet. Then it looks like I must earn your trust. Let's meet in the hollow. Once you've seen my combat skills, you'll understand what I mean. Alright, it's a deal. Let's each head back and prepare. Head over to the video store. Anby, you still haven't gone back to the cutting hairs? Have I imposed too much? Sorry, I'll help out around the shop. Actually, please don't. Every time you sort videotapes, 18 has to go through and relabel them. Are you and Nicole having a fight? No, I will never fight with Nicole. It's just, I got caught up in a sticky situation, and I don't want to drag the cutting hairs into it. Oh, I see how it is. So dragging us into it is okay, just not them? That's not what I meant. I'll help out around the store, and I'll bring you some burgers, too. Anby, what? You can stay here as long as you want. If you need help, we'll always be there for you. I understand. Thank you. I'd like to rest for a bit now. I have an appointment later that I need to keep. Get some rest. If Nicole comes knocking, I can stall her for a bit, but I can't keep it from her forever, you know. Quick little part 1. Short while later. Anby, are you going out? Yeah, yes. Is there anything you'd like me to bring back? Juice, burgers, milk, burgers, or anything? I might pass by a store on the way back from the hollow and get some burgers. After the hollows again, just like that? I made an agreement with someone. Rest assured, I've already prepared the carrot. I won't need to bother you this time, Proxy. We don't need milk or burgers, we just want you to return safe and sound. Don't worry, I will. In that case, I'll be off. Going as this version. But how else did I use this Anby? You're very punctual. Back then, I used to make soldiers who were late do push-ups. Soldier 11 is the same. As long as I've known her, she's never missed an appointment, nor has she ever been out of contact. We'll find her, Trigger. Trigger, can I call you Trigger? Please do, I don't have any nicer sounding names. This time, leave the fighting to me. All you need to do is carefully observe my movements. Don't worry, I'll cover you when I deem it necessary.
Let me take a good look at your movements.
Certainly a lot more subdued than her silver self.
Adjusting for wind.
Unfortunately, the enemy is too weak. I won't be able to show you my full combat abilities.
That's certainly an excuse.
You don't strike me as the type of person who'd say something like that. I see now. There's no mistaking it. You really are that Anby. A
Just with
person's
that?
fighting style is a raw response in life and death situations. It can't be easily faked like a resume or some other physical token. You and Soldier 11, the way you fight and use ether, it's nearly identical. Incredible.
We're sisters. Assuming that sisters means replicas from the same blueprint, that is.
So the rumors circulating in the military about Silver Company, they're really true?
How much have you heard?
Only that Silver Company no longer exists. But biologically creating soldiers in mass quantities, how could that even be possible?
And ordering them
From
to
what
kill
I
themselves.
know, besides intelligent constructs, everyone is born biologically. Delivered by storks, so they say. So, making one isn't much different from making 100.
Was that supposed to be a joke?
Yeah, my jokes never really hit the mark. Sorry about that.
No.
Adrenus is your
I'm
charm,
the one who should be
Anby.
saying sorry. I was just astonished. I never thought the military had this level of technology. If they could mass produce soldiers, then why would they still...
I understand. If they could use replicas as cannon fodder, then why still risk human lives? That's what you're thinking, right?
I was trying to say it in a more... diplomatic way.
It's okay. I won't take offense. Not over this. They'd probably say the reason is because replicas are simply too expensive. While a Silver Company soldier could change the game, it costs nearly as much as training a top-tier general and paying their fees and pension for their family. The real cost isn't in creating the mind or body, but in replicating the subject's unique physical abilities, mental aptitude, and reflexes.
Making them
And what's
subservient.
even more costly is that, for reasons that were not fully understood when the research was halted, these unique qualities couldn't be fully replicated in mass production. As for the inferior ones, they were deemed as disposable.
Anby, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't. But there's always someone who does mean that. There's always someone with an agenda, trying to use us. Maybe that's why Silver Company fell. I won't forgive those people. Any of them. However, the downfall itself isn't entirely a bad thing. With Silver Company gone, their evil technology was lost with it. Or so I thought. Until now.
Silver's revival. So you're saying someone has resurrected that technology? Soldier 11's abduction seems linked to this. I have to admit, your theory has some merit. But as far as I know, all the data from that time was erased. Could it be the Defense Force? Hold on. Something doesn't add up.
What are you thinking about?
If they truly wanted to secretly revive this technology, they wouldn't need to take Soldier 11 at all.
Oh?
I know my squad mate. All it would take is an order from up top, and she'd put herself on the operating table without a peep.
Really? So, that's how she is now.
She's the model example of a loyal soldier. Isn't that how you remember Soldier 11?
No, I never knew a Soldier 11 in the past. Only...
How could this be happening? There shouldn't be so many ethereals here.
You're about to get a
I
name.
recognize this formation. We once used it to battle ethereals.
What?
It's another legacy of Silver Company. Back then, we had a brilliant sister who excelled in strategy over combat. Let's handle this. The person we're after must be behind it.
So 11 does have a name.
Type 3.
Is that the name of that formation?
Eliminating target.
Ether vision activate. melody of combat. Time to pin them down. I'll pierce right through. This bullet will reach its mark. Supporting position.
This feels familiar. I don't like it.
Like a training
Not one
program.
for nostalgia? I'm starting to understand you more now. Adjusting for wind.
An opening.
Quick shot. Target locked.
They're exposed.
Supporting position.
Warning.
I wonder if a video exists out there of someone actually, some sort of sniper or elite actually analyzing
Ether vision
triggers shooting stances. Mainly that one and how effective it actually would be, or how ineffective.
Increase firepower. Fire support ready. No mercy. Recalibrating.
Ooh, that was a nice dodge.
The target's weary.
Neutralize.
You're in my sights. Ether vision activate.
Standing by.
My bullets are one with the wind. The melody of combat. Adjusting for wind.
Copy that.
Quick shot. Anby, what is that?
That's the old Silver Squad uniform.
Let's go find out. Inside a lab tucked away in a building somewhere.
As expected of Captain, her skills, they're still as sharp as ever. Truly remarkable. I feel honored just being her defect. Silver Squad can't be without its captain. Ouch. Give me some meds, eh?
I got a lot of
You're
them.
the worst of any defect! I know you can't talk, but is there something wrong with your nerves, too? Be gentle! Seriously, I have fewer and fewer parts of my original body, and yet I feel more and more pain. I'm curious why that is. But you wouldn't understand such a complex question, would you? Because you're an idiot. Enough. Stop making that miserable noise. Now, about our subject. She's still alive, right? Ah, there you are. So, they call you Soldier 11 now, right? What a hideous name. But looking at you now, you do have a pretty face. Pretty and pitiful. This face is the only thing we have left in common. Aside from that, I'm nothing like you. I've lost all my limbs. I'm no longer a complete member
Sorry, I'm a little distracted
of
by your...
Silver Squad. And I need a complete body for the experiment. Which is why I need you. What? You're asking me what happened? But you should know what happened that day. It was the day you weren't there. Captain Anby traded herself for you. Even with her incredible strength, she could only save one of us.
By
But
taking
why
herself out.
did it have to be
Twiggy.
you? Why not me? Why not Twiggy? Tell me why!
So that's the
They
name
were
of Celadon?
Dead. Heaps and heaps of corpses crushing me.
Sounds a bit like a children's
When
book
they found
name.
me, my limbs were severely corrupted. I couldn't move. I couldn't fight back. I used to be a soldier, ready to defend this city. But that day, I was... Hey, what do you think you're doing? You startled me.
She was monologuing.
All right, fine. You're just here to remind me, right? They're here to pick up today's shipment. I'll go handle it. After that, I'll come back and tell you the rest of today's story.
Meanwhile, outside the lab, Anby and Trigger press their ears against the frosty steel door, listening closely for any sounds inside.
It seems Soldier 11 is being held captive here. So what's the plan?
The plan?
Shh. Let's discuss it over there.
Not just a breach and clear job? Anby, what's your current plan? It's very simple, I don't even need a map to explain it. Infiltrate the place and rescue Soldier 11. Go on, I'm listening. And that's it. That's the whole plan? Yep, please provide support from outside. This is something I have to settle alone. If anyone can do it, it's me. Is this how Silver Squad always operates? I'm the captain, so that's why it's always been done. However, back then, there was usually a backup plan. Twiggy was always in charge of backup plans. Twiggy, if I'm not mistaken, she's the enemy we're facing now, right? I don't know why she's become like this. Her backup plans, what's her style? First, feign weakness, before turning the tables with unorthodox tactics. For her, no cost is too great to regain the upper hand. That does sound like a proper backup plan. After all, it's a plan that would only be utilized when every other option has been exhausted. I'll keep in contact with you through the headset. Don't try to be a hero, Anby. If anything happens to you, you won't be able to save Soldier 11 on your own, right? I understand, and I'll be careful. I was going to be trying to be supportive, but since you don't need it, never mind then. Anby sneaks into the lab through the unguarded air duct. The metal ducts are freezing cold, stinging your skin.
This place is cold.
I sensed the frigid air from outside. It carries a strange scent, too.
It's like a mortuary office or something?
Entering. Are you hidden?
Don't worry. It's dark here, and the machines are pretty noisy. They won't detect me.
Soldier 11, wakey wakey. That's odd. I know I've taken quite a few samples from you and injected some meds, but you'll tough it out, won't you? Won't you? Do you enjoy being pampered? Because you're the youngest sister? Oh, that won't do. Get up and play with me. Good. That's my girl. Now, let's continue our story. Where was I? Ah, yes. About how some kind scavengers found me without limbs. Such kind-hearted folks. They sold me. And unfortunately, my ignorant new owner couldn't see any use for a limbless worm like me.
So why buy you in the first place if they don't know how to use you?
Again. I was treated like merchandise on the black market. Sold alongside gangster stuff and modded bamboo. That's when I realized we Silver Company soldiers weren't any different from bamboo. Just made of flesh and blood. The only real distinction is we feel more pain. And that's when I met her. She bought me as a trophy girl. Cut me open and operated on me, checking my internal organs by
That's
hand.
gruesome.
Anesthesia doesn't work on us. You know that, right?
Oh, jeez.
So
so it hurt. It hurt like hell. Then, out of the blue, she smiled at me. Looking back now, I think she must have noticed something unusual about my body. She told me that she was once a military doctor, but was discharged, and now worked as a rogue doctor. She was familiar with everything about Silver Company, and was willing to help me.
Ugh.
So, I underwent surgery and received mechanical prosthetics. Nothing too fancy. I don't think I'll ever use them for combat, but they serve their purpose, helping me stand and do calculations. My true value lies in my memory. You see, my brain is the only thing that has remained intact. Thus, I remember everything. I remember our home, and the time spent with our sisters. I remember that as long as we fought alongside our captain, we were considered the most powerful fighting force. I remember assisting in their research and using my own 2 hands to welcome new sisters into this world. That rogue doctor used her connections to get me some incomplete research data. Using my fragmented memories combined with that data, I was able to piece things together. And now, I've nearly revived the technology of Silver Company. Fortunately, I've remembered. I've survived and can recall our past. And now, reforming Silver Squad is my mission. Because this is my home. Our home. So, do you like my plan, Captain Anby?
Figures.
When did you notice me?
My little puppy spotted you a while ago, and I instructed her to raise the alarm. You know, Captain, I'm actually glad you're here. I've been thinking that we need to talk.
Give her back, and then we'll talk.
If you want her, come get her yourself.
I mean, you're the one who say you can't fight.
Trigger!
Say no more. I've got it. Break through. Show no mercy. Recalibrating. You're in my sight. Copy. Time to pin them down.
Fracture!
Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill.
Target confirmed. Go.
Time to pin them down. You're in my sight.
Man, cheers is going on so much.
Ether vision activate.
Just keep blasting away.
Fire support ready. Show no mercy. The target's weary. Adjusting for wind.
An opening.
I'll pierce right through.
And you know where that came from?
That's the Captain Anby I know. Cleaning your knives with the filthy blood of this scum suits you. Don't give me that, idiot. Now you're worried about whose side I'm on? Our side, of course. I created you so you never saw Captain Anby in her prime. After everything I've been through, I I would have forgotten. But I still remember. So, have you ditched the uniform, Captain?
Twiggy.
I'd keep it as pajamas if I were you. It's nice to reminisce about the days of glory and agony, isn't it?
I never knew you were still alive, Twiggy.
Yeah, I was always the worst at fighting. But
I wonder if Twiggy was that one we saw in that trailer on the ground.
It's natural for you not to expect that, Captain.
You're not as terrible a fighter as you think. Your sharp mind makes up for it.
Yes, you said something similar before. I'll never forget that. You persuaded them to keep me, and you encouraged me to acknowledge my true value. You're right. I am valuable. I understand that all too well now. Trash may perish easily, but not me. I'm valuable. Precious even. There's always someone who sees value in me. Just like you did before. Sometimes I wonder if I were just an ordinary citizen in New Eridu and not part of Silver Squad, maybe I could have become a researcher at the White Star Institute, studying deep topics like 3 forms of etheric manifestation in specific hollows.
It's very specific.
Sure, I might be sharp, but there are different kinds of smart. Growing up in Silver Squad, I had no street smarts. Competing for profit, seeing through lies, and striving for a better life with limited resources. These I had to learn the hard way, year after year.
You've been through a lot. Is that why you're doing this now?
I don't need a reason. At least not one to convince you. The only person I've needed to convince is my backer.
You know better than anyone. Silver Company was an evil undertaking. That technology should never resurface.
Evil? Are you suggesting that you, I, and our sisters were all evil?
We are evil incarnate.
So, we should all just be destroyed?
No, but we should not continue in our evil.
Oh, I see. That's very enlightening, Captain. We should be eating burgers, watching movies, working a job, and going on dates. Instead of being maimed, sold, tortured,
yes?
and struggling
Question mark?
to survive. You know I care for you, Captain Anby.
No one's stopping you from doing
Whatever
that.
you do, I won't hold it against you. But that doesn't mean you can stand here and say these things so lightly to my face.
You know where I am, don't you? You know where I live, what burgers I like, what movies I watch, and who I spend time with. Since you know, you're welcome to visit me anytime, Twiggy. I'm your captain. I'll personally deliver the punishment you deserve, and then seek redemption with you together.
Okay, Anby.
We can still make things right before you make a greater mistake.
Well, we all know where this is going.
Fortunately, I found you before things got any worse. I have so much to tell you, but maybe another time. For now, we should...
Conversation interrupted. Anby's stunned to see a body tossed in front of her. It's Soldier 11. She's pale, but there are still signs of life in her, and she's breathing faintly.
All right, I'm returning your favorite girl. Now we're even, Anby.
Twiggy?
I said we're even. From now on, you can stop acting like a captain and save this foolish talk.
Twiggy kicks Soldier 11 on the ground. Anby quickly lifts her up and hands her to the trigger.
Soldier 11! Wake up, Soldier 11! Anby, she doesn't look good. We need to get out of this hollow ASAP.
I see how it is. Twiggy, I'll be back. I won't just abandon you.
You sicken me. Like I said, just save the foolish talk. I can't stand to hear that kind of mush from someone who looks exactly like me.
It's not mush. And I hope you'll get used to it. Let's go, Trigger.
Tricky stands and watches as Anby leaves.
Hey, go contact you-know-who. Ugh, cut the crap! You think I don't realize I shouldn't cut the middleman and contact the client directly? But look at the mess we're in!
We just have a swear sensor?
Fix this. Our best shot is exploiting Anby's inner weakness. She's let go of her most lethal weapon, her daring and ruthless fighting style. Now she's like a hired gun with a family to feed, focused on surviving to get the paycheck. I can handle her if we exploit that. But I need to keep everything in check, or else all my efforts so far will have been...
You've been diligent, little Twiggy.
Stop calling me that!
As you know, your research is crucial. You're just like me.
Is that the
We're
same
here to
Ravenlock
foster
guy?
hope. Our work is the only cause worth fighting for in this world. Of course, I understand.
I guess that's why I should have done this first before the story.
When hope is scarce, certain issues can only be resolved with sheer violence. The stuff I mentioned last time is ready. Send some of your people to retrieve it. It's not exactly new Eridu tech, so use it carefully.
That old jerk. Anby, are you okay? It's fine. I understand if you don't feel like talking right now. How is Soldier 11's condition? The answer will only make you feel worse. She still hasn't regained consciousness. As you requested, I left her at the Random Play video store. The kind siblings work there are taking care of her as we speak. It's been so long, but the shop has barely changed. Now's not the time to talk about that. You must be anxious to see her. Come with me. Anby follows Trigger to the video store. Trigger's been here before? Anby, you're back. Looks like whatever you got mixed up in was pretty serious. Anything you want to know? Soldier 11, how's her condition? Stable, that's all I can say. Body temperature, heart rate, and pulse draw rating stable. Honestly, given her current state, that's actually quite abnormal. Moreover, she hasn't regained consciousness. Would you like to see her? Anby approaches Soldier 11 and softly calls out a name. Looks like it didn't work. Anby lowers her hand, sadly, and prepares to leave. There she is.
What is this place? And who am I?
You're awake, Harin.
Hi.
You're awake. I've been worried about you, Soldier 11.
Soldier 11? Is that my name? It sounds odd and could easily get confused with another number like Soldier 161051. Only a fool would call herself that.
I can see you're doing much better now, but I won't let you talk about yourself like that.
Her memories seem jumbled. The injuries might be more serious than they appear.
So her
When
name
a
is
Silver Company
Harin,
replica
huh?
is severely wounded, their memories are often the first thing to fail. Even me, all those years ago, there was a time when I couldn't remember anything.
Is that so? Then what about your combat skills? Were they affected?
Would the defense force abandon her if she couldn't fight anymore? Well, I know we wouldn't do that. Proxy.
Yeah, having one more mouth to feed won't hurt. It's nothing compared to our monthly electricity bill.
Fairy.
Plus, our little black cat needs another playmate. He's already getting bored of us.
You know how short-handed we are, right, Charon? Whoops. I mean Trigger.
Karen.
Charon?
There you go, trying to be funny again. Guess that's your unique charm,
So
manager.
Karen and Harin.
Jokes aside, I can't vouch for the defense force, but
She's
I can
apparently been here
promise
in the
that Ogle
past,
Squad won't abandon
saying it
her.
hasn't changed a lot, huh?
I see. Well, we know how resilient she is, so we're confident she'll bounce back.
It seems you and Soldier 11 go way back, Anby. Could you share more about her? And maybe how we can help her recover faster? We're here to help. Are you sure it won't be too much trouble for you?
Don't worry. Nicole's caused a lot more trouble for us. Besides, Soldier 11 is our friend too.
I see. In that case, what she needs now is nothing too out of the ordinary. Warmth, comfort, safety, and relaxation. Also, some familiar faces, as well as her favorite foods.
Noodle shop?
Right.
Spicy noodles?
I should get her some burgers for an energy boost. I'll be right back. Not so fast, Anby. Burgers aren't exactly Soldier 11's favorite. Oh, they're not? What does she like then?
It seems Trigger already left to get it.
Spicy
You'll
noodles.
probably find her near Waterfall Soup. By the way, General Chop is concerned about Soldier 11 as well. Be sure to let him know that she's improving.
Yeah, don't worry. She's in good hands with us here.
Learning quite a bit in this story. Ah, oh, it's you, Anby. Didn't usually prefer to come get our ramen at this hour. What flavor will it be today? Hamburger rice bowl with dumpling ramen combo. Please give me hamburger rice bowl with dumplings ramen combo to go. You may look like Anby, but you're spouting devilish nonsense. I don't sell anything like that here. Very well. In that case, just a simple hamburger ramen will do. I don't sell that either. You know what? I'll just make your usual order, okay? Anby takes the takeout ramen for General Chop, and the noodles are still steaming hot. General Chop, please rest assured, she is now safe and sound. Huh? Wait, this she you're talking about, is it? The young lady who somewhat resembles me. Ah, so it is her. She's safe. That's a relief. Such a relief. Anby, please tell her that she's ready. She's the reason the shop is always open late at night. No pressure or rush. She can just come after finishing up her work. General Shop will be here. I will. Thank you. Ha! Hearing great news like that, today's ramen's on the house. Be sure to pass on my message.
I got Soldier 11's favorite spicy noodles from that enthusiastic chef. I couldn't see if the noodles look spicy, but just the steam from the chili peppers alone is making me cry.
So, spicy noodles is her thing. I had no idea.
Well, that's the Soldier 11 I know. She would come to 6th Street whenever she had free time. Maybe she feels more at home here than back in the barracks. She rarely talked about anything other than training, combat, and promotions. But when she did, she'd usually mention super spicy noodles, the video store owners, the arcade, and cats.
Did she ever talk about me?
You might not like the answer. Soldier 11 has never brought you up, but she seems fixated on a certain betrayal. Apparently, someone very important to her that she admired greatly vanished without a trace, leaving her to deal with that awful situation by herself. The person left without so much as an explanation. In the military, such actions are seen as desertion. And eventually, such deserters are marked as KIA by detached and indifferent officers. Does any of that ring a bell?
Harsh.
I have nothing to say. Even if she resents me, she has the right to do so.
That's pretty cold, even for me. May I suggest something?
What's that?
If you want to mend things with Soldier 11, don't say anything like that to her. Trust me, don't.
But that's the truth. I have no excuses for that. I lost my memory when I left the army. Once it returned, I wanted to contact Soldier 11, so I asked Nicole to check on her. Then I learned that she was doing well, that she had joined Obel Squad, and that she's an exemplary soldier who recently got promoted.
Did
She
not
had a
cause
new
a wreck in her
captain
life?
and new comrades, so I felt her troubled past in Silver Squad might only weigh her down. I had no reason to show up again. Trigger,
What?
tell me, if you were me, you would have made the same call, right?
If I were you... Yes, I might have.
That's what I thought. So, even if she hates me, I deserve it.
But I'm not you, Anby. That's the point. If I were in your shoes, I would let Soldier 11 know she was never betrayed or abandoned. I'd let her know that her comrades would search to the ends of the earth for her, and that they'd never forget her.
Trigger, you're really amazing.
That's all you have to say?
Yeah, I'm really impressed. It must be nice to have you as a comrade.
I'm not so sure about that. But we have more pressing matters to discuss now. What are you planning to do next?
I'm heading back into the Hollow to put an end to everything with Twiggy. That evil tech must never resurface again. But before that, I want to apologize to Soldier 11.
Apologize? But given the current state of her memory, she might not remember it afterward.
That's the idea.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's the best choice for my cowardly side.
Come on now,
Seems
Anby.
like it's really weighing on your mind. All right, if there's anything I can do, just say the word.
In that case, I need you to prove something to me.
Prove something? Like what?
Prove that you can take good care of Soldier 11. That's the only way I can hand her over to her new comrades without worrying.
Alleviating all your worries might not be a good thing either. But I understand. I'll prove that I can take care of her. Now then, let's head back. After all, we don't want to show up with a bowl of soggy noodles for our patient.
Good point. Noodles get soggy fast. Looks like I've been causing a lot of trouble for you. That's right, so we're billing it all on the Cunning Hares account. No. Well, as of right now, I am not Anby of the Cunning Hares. But you walk, talk, and look like Anby of the Cunning Hares, so you must be Anby of the Cunning Hares. Whoa, how can we possibly keep teasing you when you're making a face like that? Jeez, look at you. You're absolutely exhausted. What you need right now is some sleep. How about it? Want to sleep on my bed? It's really soft, you know. Is it objectively very soft? It is objectively very soft, Anby. I also think it's best if you go get some rest now. Tomorrow. Worry about tomorrow's problems tomorrow. That's what we do when we receive an enormous electrical bill, anyway. Or maybe you're not ready to sleep just yet. If you'd rather watch a movie with your box, I don't mind keeping you company. Any new arrivals worth watching recently? Well, I didn't think you'd actually be up for it. Still, I'm just glad you have the energy. After all, I wouldn't be able to finish what's coming next if I don't pull myself together. Oh, what is it? Is it a fight? Pretty much. It's a date. A date? Good night. A date with destiny. On to part 3. I don't see Soldier 11 or Trigger in the store. Do you know where they went? Though they didn't tell me where they were headed, they were probably out on a date together, right? A date. Why didn't they take me along with them? Why should they have to bring you along? Based on my experiences, the optimum number of people for a date is no more than 2. Trigger wants to prove to me that she can take care of Soldier 11. If I'm not present, how can she prove it to me? Maybe she just wants to go on a normal date and cheer Soldier 11 up. Not to mention, 11 really is a tough cookie. Didn't she get seriously injured? Is it really okay for her to be running around outside like this? Being able to use all of their energy to prioritize stabilizing vital signs, retaining maximum combat effectiveness, that's the most basic requirement for a qualified silver company soldier. Anby, what? You do know that someday you'll have to tell us the whole story, right? Whether you want to involve us or not, Belle and I are a part of this now, and we have a right to know. Can I refuse? I know that if I tell you the whole truth, you two definitely won't leave me alone. Just like that blockbuster movie, no matter how complete the original story is, they'll always find a way to make a terrible sequel. God, if that isn't true for current movies today. I just don't want to see that sequel. Now that's a hard metaphor to follow, but there's some really good sequels out there too. Yeah, and sometimes the second film is terrible, but the third one turns out to be surprisingly great. We won't force you. We just hope you know that you're never alone. Wise is right. Besides, isn't this exactly what friends are for? I remember the first time I met you, Anby, and you were even more naive than you are now. But even then, I already had a feeling that we would become partners with a bond of trust and share moments that could never be replaced together. Yes, thanks for the reminder. Compared to who I was back then, I should have made some progress by now. Please help me contact Nicole and everyone at the Cunning Hares, you two. Well, is your runaway saga finally over? I have something I want to say to them before it all ends. Belle? Ah. Boom, called it wise. Told you Anby would contact the gun here today. Come on, time to cough up my 5,000 dennies. You actually got it right, Bill. And there I was thinking it'd be premature to just go ahead and contact Nicole and the others like that. So you two already contacted everyone that's coming here before I asked? No, that was Belle. Nicole, Billy, and Nekomata should have arrived on 6th Street by now. Belle and I still have to open up the shop. Do you mind if we don't go looking at them for them with you? I won't get lost. Thank you so much. Really, I'm truly grateful. Such good friends.
Nicole,
Well, look who decided to come back.
I'm sorry for leaving without saying anything. You can punish me however you see fit, Nicole.
What's the use in punishing you? If anything, I'd prefer some compensation. So,
Very
how do you
Nicole
plan to make
answer.
it up to me? I'm waiting.
I'll give up my favorite burger. From now on, I'll eat noodles every day.
Hey, that's more like compensating General Chop than me.
That won't cut it, huh? Then I won't try to squeeze in between you and Nekomata when we watch movies.
Oh?
Come on. Nekomata's usually the one who's squeezing in between you and me. Show me some sincerity here.
I see. Okay. I'll forfeit my paychecks from now on.
Oh?
Yes, and I'll persuade Billy to give up his pay too.
Come on now,
Is
Nicole.
that
Let
good
her
enough
off the
for you?
hook.
Wait a sec. Are you trying to tarnish our reputation as an honest business? Forget it. You owe me big. I'll tell you what I need from you later.
Nicole.
Fine. Forget it. Just spare me that pitiful look. Listen, Anby. It doesn't matter who you were or what mess you've gotten into. The cutting hairs doesn't need to be a burden to you. We don't need you to shield us, and we won't intrude when you need space. You're not the only one here with a troubled past. I just wish you'd trust me more. Otherwise, I feel like I'm a total failure.
Sorry.
Aw.
I won't try to justify what I did. I shouldn't have run off on my own. Once this is over, I'll answer all your questions. No more hiding anything.
That's my good girl. You're a terrible liar, you know.
I know. By the way, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh, you finally need me?
Yeah. There's a woman who looks like me. She wears a Defense Force uniform and goggles. I think she should be pretty easy to spot. Can you help me locate her?
Piece of cake. On average, finding a cat takes us 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 8 seconds.
3 hours,
Finding a
huh?
person is way easier. I'll contact some of my sources. I'll let you know as soon as I get any information.
Oh, Nicole, still Nicole. Billy, Anby, it's so good to see you, Sob. I was this close to mentally preparing myself to lose you, this close. I apologize for leaving without saying goodbye. I'm truly sorry. I won't let you lose me. Well, I'll do my best. How have you been lately? Nicole's been ranting about you every day. Actually, she knows that you've been crashing with the proxies this whole time. She just thought that busting in would take you away would defeat the purpose. So when you took the initiative to contact her, no matter how angry she seemed, deep down, she was probably really relieved. As for Nekomata, and don't be startled, she's been genuinely really worried about you. Nekomata was worried about me. You may not be able to see it, but our little Nekomata has been quite restless indeed. Even though we knew the proxies were taking care of you, we also knew you seemed to be mixed up in something heavy, and she understands better than almost anyone just how wrong the idea of just solving the problem with your own strength is. Just yesterday, Nekomata was muttering to herself, if only I'd pay more attention to her. She cares about me. Yeah, she even has a gift for you. She said that she wants you to give it to you once she sees you again. She has a gift for me? You look pretty shocked. To be honest, so am I. Really, I can't help but marvel at how amazing the friendship between girls can be. Maybe I should watch a few more flicks about girls' bands or something like that. Huh. Oh, right. When you see Nekomata, make sure that you don't tell her what I said at any of that. Otherwise, she'll definitely scratch up my paint job with her claws, just like a ball of steel wool with a non-stick pan. And Anby, promise me, please say that you promise me. Yeah, Billy, we got you covered. Nakamata?
Who's there?
Anby! It's you!
Yeah, ratting him out.
It's me. A reliable source mentioned that you've been worried about me lately.
Nonsense! Where did you hear something like that? Darn it, that Billy. I'll scratch all this paint off like scrubbing a nonstick pan with steel wool. I swear on my favorite mackerel that I will.
I'm touched. Thank you, Nakamata.
Don't be. And no thanking me.
I heard you even prepared a gift for me.
A gift?
Sorry, Billy, just ratting him out.
Yeah, I did. But it's not like I made it just for you or anything. Here you go.
Aw, it's adorable. Why is it top heavy? To simulate how someone often dives headfirst into hollow, meow.
Oh, a doll. Is it supposed to be me? With this rough stitching, I'm guessing you sewed it yourself? This is too much, Nakamata. I can't accept this.
Nah, stop being dramatic. I got a doll-making kit and was gonna make one that looks like Nicole. But it turned out super ugly. With a big head and tiny little body. It didn't look anything like Nicole. So I altered it a bit and wow, it somehow looked just like our Anby.
Uh-huh.
But I don't look like this.
No, it's exactly like you. It's like your little twin. Go on, take it. Keep it with you all the time. And don't let it out of your sight.
You want me to carry it and never let it out of my sight? Oh, wait, you didn't stash some sort of contraband inside it, did you? Are you trying to get PubSec to arrest me?
Yeah? Just because I'm a street cat doesn't mean you should be prejudiced like that. There's no contraband in the doll. I swear on Nicole's lap.
It is a nice looking lap.
All right, I'll trust you. Let me do something for you in return. How about some mackerel noodles?
Ooh, Lady Nakamata appreciates your rare treat. But not now.
Not now? But the noodle shop is close by.
Once things settle and you're safe, you can treat me to those mackerel noodles.
The doll somehow feels heavier than Anby's hands, and reloads her hand on Nakamata grins. Anby, I just received some information. The person you're looking for is at Lumina Square. There's another one beside her, and the two are talking towards the riverside. I see, Nicole. Thank you. Quick, tell me I'm the best. Nicole, you're the best. Good girl. Go have fun, and remember to come back home afterwards. Alright, I'm going to Lumina Square. No need to linger. So we're in the playground. Hey, girlies.
So, here you are.
Sorry, Anby. I snuck out with her.
Are you feeling okay?
Are you speaking to me? You seem familiar. Like I've seen you somewhere before. But I can't quite remember.
I'm Anby. Does that name ring a bell?
No. I don't recall anyone named Anby.
Huh.
Sorry. Maybe we knew each other, but this person named Trigger told me that my memory's off right now. I'll get better. And maybe then I'll remember something about you.
I see. Where did you and Trigger go today?
We tried some food called noodles. They were this amazing, fiery red color. It was delicious. Then we pet some creatures called cats. They
Yeah,
were
she really doesn't know
different than I
anything.
expected. Surprisingly soft. We went to an arcade, did some shopping, drank some tea milk. and even opened surprise boxes. Then, we went to a dim, noisy place and watched a movie. I think that's what they called it. During the movie, someone took advantage of the dark environment to attempt a theft. Fortunately, I still remembered some basic combat skills, so I managed to subdue the thief and turn them over to public security. The public security office isn't far from here. After we wrapped up there, Trigger suggested we watch the sunset by the river.
You sure know how to plan a date, Trigger.
The video store manager taught me all this. I'm just a good student. Anyway, I think I did a good job. Right, Soldier 11?
Yes. I had a great time. Still, I can tell my body isn't really used to relaxing. I can always feel an urge to do some push-ups or some other exercise.
That's our model soldier for ya. So, Anby, can you relax now? Soldier 11 is important to me. I don't ever want to lose another squad mate, so I promise to look after her. You can focus on the matters at hand now. Once everything's settled, if you choose to face her, I'll be there to vouch for everything you've done for her. And if you prefer to stay out of it, no pressure. I understand the weight of your history with Silver Company. It's like a heavy chain around you both.
I'll break that chain.
I have faith in you.
Thanks, Trigger. In that case, please keep this for me while I'm away.
What's this? A doll. It looks a little familiar.
Regifting it to her.
Very cute.
11 looks confused, but still takes it doll and hugs it tightly. So tight that it almost burst.
Please, keep it safe until I come back. Right now, it's my most cherished possession.
Don't worry. If it means that much to you, we'll be sure to keep it safe.
Thanks.
It gets chilly by the river at night. Let's head back to the video store and get something warm to wear.
It's time to head back now. Be sure not to catch cold. Yes, let's head back. Liking the plush like that. So cute. You're finally back, Anby. Looks like you look like you had a great time. Have you had dinner yet? If not, I still have some leftover carrot chips here. You can have as many as you want. I already ate. I had 2 hamburgers. Really? Won't eating 2 burgers right before bed make you gain weight? No, I'll burn it all off overnight. If you want to drag someone to join you for a night run, take Wise. He'll probably be psyched for it. Bid farewell to the proxy siblings. Anby, you're back. Trigger and Soldier 11 are getting ready to call it a night. If there's nothing else you need to do, you should probably turn it in early today, too. Okay, thank you, Wise. Thank you and Belle for all you've done. For the cutting hairs and me. I actually have a place I can say other than the cutting hairs. This is a miracle that the Anby of the past would have never dared to imagine. Anby, what prompted you to say all this? Did you watch some kind of weird movie today? I just suddenly felt like saying it. Sounds fishy to me. Not at all. Good night, Wise. Oh, no, Anby, you're not gonna go away forever.
I remember you from earlier today. Ambitizinia.
It's Anby. Just Anby.
Sorry. It seems
Nah,
my
that's
memory
normal for
still
you.
hasn't recovered yet. It's frustrating not knowing what I've forgotten.
I can help with that.
You can help?
I can tell you what you've forgotten, Harin.
Harin. Is that my name?
It was your name before you were Soldier 11. The name I knew you by. Back then, we used to find nice-sounding words to call each other. The higher-ups were aware, but didn't intervene.
I don't like that name. It sounds too weak for me.
Yes, you've said the same thing before.
So what exactly is this Silver Squad? And who decides who's qualified or not? There's a lot I don't understand. If it's connected to my past, then please tell me everything.
Sure, I'll
Well,
explain
that's a
it all.
lot to go over.
Just allow me to do one thing.
Huh. One thing? What's that?
Allow me to apologize to you.
Anby recounts everything about Silver Squad, from its creation to its downfall.
There were many things I didn't understand then, and still don't understand even now. All I know is that we were used as pawns in a power struggle within the army. And, in the end, they chose to keep only one replica.
And that was you, Anna? As you said, you were considered the top performer.
I'm not Anna. That's someone else. But yes, I was selected.
But you turned
They
them down.
devised an operation. A suicide mission. No one was expected to return alive. My name wasn't on the list for deployment. But the night before, you went too hard in training and got injured. So I took your place.
Did you survive the mission?
Take
Well,
a guess. I saw my squad mates buried in the rubble. The memories are all a little foggy, even to this day. I'm not sure how I survived, or how I was able to stand before the senior officers.
How could they issue such a ruthless order? Sending their own soldiers to die? We're living, breathing human beings.
That's the point, Harin. Are we humans? I assume you can also issue combat
I'd say you're
orders
as
now.
human as Billy.
When you send a squad of explosive bamboo into the enemy base, do you consider their well-being?
But Bangbu aren't humans. I don't have to consider that.
That's what they said too. Replicas aren't humans. So, they ordered Silver Squad to their deaths. But since you are still a survivor, they ordered me to execute you.
And that's
Did
the
you go
scene we
through
saw.
with it?
What do you think?
It appears you didn't. But if it were me...
Would you have followed their orders?
No. I would have executed the officers who issued that suicide mission. So what did you do?
I fled. I offered to exchange my life for yours. And then fled. I didn't trust them. So disappearing seemed like the only feasible option. I knew that once I was gone, they wouldn't harm you, because you were their only asset. Seems like I made the right call. At least I got to see you again.
Oh man.
I've had a good life, but it took me a long time to figure out who to hate. If I were to hate everyone who hurt us, that would be too much. I couldn't live carrying so much hatred. It's impossible. And Nicole told me that I shouldn't hate myself. So, eventually, I realized that all the suffering stemmed from the Silver Company tech, and the fact that we replicas were not seen as humans. According to a movie Belle loaned me from the store, this is referred to as an ethical dilemma. Life shouldn't be engineered. Only then did it dawn on me that many people were already aware of this issue. There are a lot of smart people out there. So, I'm sorry.
Music
Harin.
change.
Why apologize? According to everything you just told me, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm crying.
Oh.
Why am I crying?
It's all my fault. I was the captain of our squad and responsible for everyone, but I let you all down. I wasn't wise or strong enough, and I was a coward. If I weren't a coward, I wouldn't have waited until this moment to apologize. I'm only willing to share this now because I know you'll forget everything soon.
Forget
man.
everything? But that's impossible. Why?
Silver Squad soldiers who are critically injured have their recent memories wiped within 24 hours. Yours is about to reset. I can't keep avoiding this, Harin. I have to face our old squad mate. I don't know what other cards she has up her sleeves, and I can't guarantee anything. I can only try my best. I might survive, but if the worst comes to pass, I don't want you to bear the weight of my death.
Anby.
So, just forget this conversation and have a good night's sleep.
No, Anby. You're being selfish. I don't accept your apology. I don't!
It's almost midnight.
Anby.
Anby closes her eyes, and her forehead touches Soldier 11's. 11's fingers tighten their grip on Anby, digging into her skin. Suddenly, Legend grips loosen. Her expression turns blank.
What is this place? What am I doing here? Who am I?
Your name is Soldier 11.
Anby.
Good night.
Man, that's so sad.
Sorry. I must have been talking too loud just now and woke you up.
Anby, what are you planning to do?
What do you mean?
Come on, don't hold out on us. Are you sneaking out on some super dangerous business?
There's actually something I need to take care of. No need to worry about me. I'll be fine.
Don't try playing cute with us. Didn't I tell you before? We have a right to know about whatever it is you're involved with this time.
Plus, Anby, if you've really been working on yourself like you said, then you should learn how to ask for help. This thing you're facing, you might not be able to handle it yourself, right?
Even if that were the case, it's still my responsibility, and mine alone. At least, that's what I planned on saying.
Oh?
But the lone wolf in the movies never gets a happy ending. And even if they win, they'll end up losing their home, their pet cat, their daughter, or their lover. I don't want to lose anything, or anyone important to me, Proxy. So, please, help me. Take me back in that hollow, and help me smash up that weird lab, so I can get some closure with my former family.
Wise and I have been waiting for you to say that.
Is that your strategy then? Getting us to help you out for free?
Let's wreck
You
some
don't
stuff
have
up.
to do it for free. Just tack it on to the Cunning Hair's tab. I'll be back to settle the bill once this is all over. But right now, I've got someplace to be.
Don't go running off into any hollows alone, you hear?
I won't. Don't worry. I want you to be the first one, Proxy. The first to witness my resolve.
Anby, are you about to head out? Let's go. Bury this tortured past in the Cunning Hair's temporary base.
Long time no see. Replica number 0. Silver Squad. Captain. I thought I'd never see you again.
But underneath that, she'll still always be our
This
Anby.
is what you were like back in your Silver Squad days, Anby? Your style seems to have changed.
Old memories are coming back with this uniform.
Now you pay. This new you is so reliable, Anby.
So strong and cool.
The past me was reliable too.
And current you's also still reliable.
The enemy's tough. Be careful.
Orders received.
No need to be so formal. Is this the rod that needs to be destroyed?
Here they are.
I'm heartbroken, Anby. Here I was, thinking this was a family matter between sisters. But you've gone and brought in outside help.
They're also family.
You're no match for me, whether I bring help or not. Twiggy, Silver Squad is gone. You will never be able to rebuild it. We both know how difficult it is to create a Silver Soldier capable of engaging in combat operations.
What if I didn't need to?
Didn't need to. What?
There's one thing you're wrong about. I've already done it. I've achieved the conditions for rebuilding my very own Silver Squad.
Whoa.
This is so weird. These Ambys. No, these people. None of them seem to have any fighting abilities.
Weird. These people don't look like soldiers to me.
Twiggy, what have you done?
What do you think I've done? I've done something that can stop my organs from being harvested. That can put me in touch with the big shots at Tops. That can help fund my research.
Suddenly there's a frigid lab. You get a catch a glimpse of something emerging from the recesses of your memory.
No, that's impossible. You're harvesting and selling their organs. You created all these sisters of ours just to harvest them like animals?
I just used them to exchange for a few necessary resources to reform Silver Squad.
Is the organ market really that
I
booming?
needed a family.
Who needs that many organs? How many
That's all.
buyers are there for organs?
You said it yourself. These sisters of ours, right? We are sisters. And we are family. So if we're family, why don't you feel the same pain as me? It's a real shame, you know. Neither Harry nor I were perfect enough. No matter how hard I try, all I can make are defects. Good for nothing but a supply of organs. But it's not like there hasn't been any progress. I haven't even told anyone about this yet. But just earlier, I managed to make some improvements to the technology, which will stabilize control of the cloning process.
Ugh.
Once that's in place, the cost of producing a competent soldier will be at an all-time low. We'll have achieved just what the initial project report said. The magic of producing an army out of sugar and air. Anby. Captain Anby. As things stand, there's still a chance for us to work together. You are the final piece of the puzzle. We can produce a steady supply of true soldiers, so long as you cooperate. We'll keep everything under wraps until we build a huge army of our own.
It's disgusting.
Just think what such an army could do. Nobody would ever dare humiliate us again. Our Silver Squad could crush New Eridu to smithereens. And you would be its commander. And me, I'm fine with whatever. Put me to death if you like. I deserve it for killing all those sisters of ours.
Oh man,
Whatever you want.
so messed up.
Captain, do you want to come home?
This isn't her home anymore.
This is not my home. I feel disgusted. I'm sorry, Twiggy. But now I wish you had died back in the Hollow.
I know. I feel the same way about myself. Disgusted. Get out of here!
A vial of medicine appears in Twiggy's hands and she injects half of the liquid into her arm. A suddenly snatches the needle away and injects the remaining into her own arm.
What are you doing, idiot? You absolute idiot! Are you insane? You're just a defect. Your body won't be able to handle it. You'll make everyone.
I want to protect you. Protect all of you. Thank you for for letting me be born. I will never let you be lonely.
A strange scene transpires. The helpless replicas are torn apart and absorbed by two masses, monstrous shadows. Moments later, a familiar figure appears before those terrifying enemies. Oh, man. There she is.
You.
I knew it.
Why did you come?
I haven't forgotten the art of combat. Silver Company formation. TWAN, anti-ethereal Mark II. The current you. That feels really familiar.
Let's go!
I never expected to be able to face you like this. It's time. Wide open. Engaging. Show no mercy, even if our opponent is Twiggy.
Even if it's your own silver sister.
Stay safe.
Hey, that's my line.
Hey, Kim, you shouldn't dodge that. That's against the rules.
Don't push yourself. Understood? Counter!
Affirmative.
Counter!
Why did I subconsciously...
Get over here.
Counter! Fall back. What you deserve.
Ouch. Come on, that's the best. All you got?
Warning! Stay safe.
Ouch. I say as I get hit. Don't dodge again.
Roger that. I shouldn't miss this one.
A weak spot! At least, you shouldn't miss it too often. Be ready!
Now you pay. The final
Almost there.
I won't let you have it!
You won't back down.
You have to move faster than that then. God, so good. Now that's a finisher.
Captain Hein, did I fail the combat test again? I told you, I'm not good at fighting. But as long as Captain's here, I'll be okay. Right?
Oh man.
You. What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be with Trigger?
Trigger was the one who covered for me, so I could come here. She's probably still dealing with the enemies that we met on the way here.
You shouldn't be here. You weren't supposed to remember anything.
Anby. Turns out you're not a traitor at all. You're a coward. I'd still be completely in the dark if it weren't for that funny-looking doll.
Huh?
Ah, right.
You mean there's something wrong with the doll that Nekomata gave me?
There was a camera stuffed inside its head. It recorded your whole confession to me before its battery died.
Nice going, Nakamata.
I didn't understand everything, but I knew enough to take action. Seeing as we're sisters, I couldn't let you take this risk alone. And I knew that you didn't betray us. I liked that feeling. It was enough to help me believe in many things again.
Proxy, her condition is extremely unstable. Please, get her out of here as fast as you can.
Got it. Whatever happens next is something you have to do by yourself. Right, Anby?
Anby walks towards the laboratory building. There's a deadly silence here, as though everything that had happened was just a nightmare.
This tech has to be destroyed. Thank you for letting me be born.
Anby, what's on your mind?
Proxy, you're still here?
Don't worry. Soldier 11 is safe with Trigger. You can trust her. Now that things are settled, Mobile Squad can take over from here. She'll be okay.
Really? That's...
You had a whole extra line there.
You're conflicted. Should you destroy the Silver Company tech or not?
Is it that obvious? I thought I'd made up my mind to never let this kind of evil happen again.
You're the captain of Silver Squad, Anby. The way I see it, you've made the right decision here. The Anby I know would never compromise on her resolve just because of what someone else said.
It's for the best.
You're right. I nearly caved there. What would I do without you? Thanks, Proxy.
That's a decision that only you can make, Anby. Well, that brings proxy operating hours to an end. We'll be waiting for you back at the video store.
Smooth lies smooth. Deathly silence returns.
I've made up my mind.
Everyone's here. Excuse me, cutie, have you seen my friend Anby? I am Anby. You're my colleague, Billy Kid. I really am Anby, and I can prove it to you. I remember all the things we went through together. Just don't give me that flustered look. I'm just joking around. Is that what you used to wear before you joined the cutting hairs? Not bad, it really suits you. Maybe I should switch back to my old threads, too. I look forward to seeing that, Billy. Did you give me that doll to monitor me? Yeah, so you discovered that quickly. I'd been hoping to snatch it back first. I suppose I do have that thing too, though. That thing? What thing? Something like, what was it again? Oh, the right to privacy? I don't know about things like that. I was just thinking that if the dummy burger girl like you disappears without a word again, then Nicole will be worried about you. You'll make Nicole super worried to death. Sorry, I won't do it again. Pinky promise? Nakamata. I guess it's because Soldier hugged the doll so tight that she found the doll camera. Those clothes sure bring back memories, Anby. I was wearing this when you found me. I didn't even realize how much time had gone by. It's impressive you can still fit into your old clothes. I definitely can't wear any of my old wardrobe from back then. Yes, I agree. Where does that come from? And where do you think you're looking, Anby? I'm not. You're still an awful liar. Has Soldier 11 been picked up already? Don't worry, I promise you, I'll take good care of her. Letting her enter the Hollow in such an unstable state doesn't seem like taking good care of her. It's not about letting her, but accompanying her. Everyone has things they're committed to, don't they? I won't stop Soldier 11 from seeing this through, but I can make sure she's not alone. Oh, so that's how you see it. And are you sure this way won't cause harm for 11 in the military? The military's factional struggles never cease. Unfortunately, ancient history like Silver Company isn't the focus. After returning, Soldier 11 will undoubtedly receive more professional care than she would lying on a sofa in a video store. Sounds complicated. I knew I wasn't cut out for the military. Don't be too down. I don't think I know any more than 3 people who are suited to being in the military, including yourself. Absolutely not. Yeah, the military is not something anyone can really see themselves fit for. I feel like. Anby, welcome back. The cutting hairs are here to pick you up, and Trigger hasn't left either. I think they all want to talk to you and make sure that you're safe and sound. Do you want to chat with them first? I guess I already did, unless there's something more. Yeah. Anby, you really do move fast. I'm so happy to I'm so happy seeing you smile again, especially considering everything that's happened. Because I've already made a choice I won't regret, I think. Then we can rest today. Then we can rest easy for now. Proxy and Wise. I know just expressing my gratitude with words alone isn't enough. I hope that someday I can get a chance to help you too. And then I'll give you my best, just like today. Wow, now that's something that we can look forward to. We'll remember it. Next time we find ourselves in a sticky situation, we'll commandeer Anby of the Cutting Hairs with extreme prejudice. Please be sure to do so. I'll be standing by at all times, awaiting your summons. Afterwards, it seems as though a long time has passed before. Well, guess who I just ran into on the street? Me? Your doppelganger? Nah, now that would be quite interesting. Pity that wasn't the case this time. I actually ran into Anby and Trigger eating burgers together. They're getting close. I thought so too, so I went over to say hi and catch up with them. How they been recently? It might be faster if you just ask them directly. They were asking me why they hadn't seen you around yet. They're right by 141 right now. You wanna go talk with them? Sure, see what they're up to. She definitely does look better in this outfit than the Silver Squad one.
Oh, fried chicken burgers are classic for a reason.
Soldier 11's going to grill me about eating junk food again if I go back smelling like burgers.
Burgers don't have a smell. Even if they did, they would dissipate quickly, and she'd never know.
No, there's a smell, right?
I mean, food does naturally have a smell. Like, I think it pretty sure it does.
The scent of burgers definitely lingers, especially when it's a fried chicken burger.
That's not true. Proxy, when did you get here?
Pretty sure all cooked food smells.
I just got here. I heard you mention Soldier 11. Is she doing better? After all, the last time I saw her, she was in pretty rough shape.
Thanks. Soldier 11 would be really happy to know that you care so much about her. She's made a full recovery. She's completely regained the same training intensity as before her injury. At least with her body, I mean.
So her body's recovered, but her memory is still affected?
Not quite. I asked Anby out today to chat with her about what's going on with Soldier 11. Her memory has basically reverted to how it was before the injury. She might occasionally get someone's name wrong, but she doesn't mistake her own identity, and her short-term memory is persisting through to the next day.
She's made a recovery. That's great.
It's still too early to say. She seems to have completely blanked out what happened during the incident, including the time she spent with you, Anby.
That's a shame.
Like I said, that's great.
You still feel the same way now? She still believes that she was betrayed and abandoned. She still hates that traitor Anby.
That's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Come on now,
Cutting's
Anby.
a way stronger person than me. Strong enough to keep living with hatred. That's powerful. I don't know what to say. All I know for sure is the target of her hatred is me. And that's good. We won't be meeting again. So, I won't get killed by her, or vice versa.
Can't say I agree with that mentality.
Once she turns her hatred towards something, or someone else, things will get dangerous. Cutting is so pure. She's like an unalloyed metal that combusts even in water. The last thing I ever want to see is her getting hurt by her own flames.
I didn't realize you put that much thought into it.
I was just thinking about it while watching some similar movies lately.
There are movies like that?
Yeah. Wanna watch it with me next time, Trigger? We can watch it at the video store.
You're welcome anytime.
For sure. Drop by anytime.
Thank you, Manager. You're very kind. Even I'd blush when people are nice to me like this.
I think you're really kind too, Trigger. So, are you all still down for burgers? It's on me today.
Did you not just finish eating
Come on.
one?
You can get whatever you like.
Belle, should we head home if we're not done chatting? Let's go. The end. That was such a nice little story. Tragic, but also really good. It's a shame that Eleven doesn't keep any of her memories of the better end, but it's been a long time since we last spoke, old friend of Crimson Sunset. Did you miss me? Maybe I did, quite a bit, but I don't really remember. Something happened and I felt the need to find someone to talk to. Would it be okay if I came to see you? See you at the usual place. Where's that? Out in the parking lot. What's up, 11? I noticed that you came out of the store, video store's main entrance, but it doesn't seem like the business hours right now. Did you buy the entire store? Yeah, you can look at it that way. Ah, that's not important right now. I came here today to meet a proxy that I acknowledge, and a friend. A trusted friend whom I'm not afraid to show my vulnerable side to.
Yesterday, for the first time, I said no to a task assignment from my superiors.
Ooh,
It was
congratulations.
an important mission. If completed successfully, it would be highly beneficial for my promotion. But I turned it down.
Why did you say no?
Because I don't trust myself anymore.
Oh?
It seems due to certain past events. My memory has been pretty unreliable lately. I'm worried in my current state. I might mess up the mission. I even applied for indefinite leave, but it wasn't approved. Seems the Defense Force still needs my skills. I should be happy about that, right? Why then am I unable to smile? I don't know what's happened to me. It feels like I'm sinking deeper into a haze.
Oh, it's 11.
Trigger seems to know, but when I asked, she seemed uncomfortable.
I can somewhat empathize.
I know. Crimson Battlefield Dusk. I know you know something too. But I'm not here to press you for answers. I don't want you to look at me with such a troubled expression. Because I need you.
Aww.
You've probably helped me countless times. We must have gone through so many adventures together. And solved problems as partners. You might even say you saved my life.
You were my ace in the
Maybe
hole for a
that's why
while.
when
My
I
first
look
little
at you,
S rank in this game.
I feel this unexplainable attachment. I know you know me, and that's enough. I don't have to figure myself out. Having you is enough. Can I entrust myself to you? I need to know that when I'm by your side, I won't mess things up. I can fight without worrying, because you won't let me become some useless soldier.
Of course, I've always trusted you.
Don't be so hard on yourself. I've always trusted you, and I always will.
You must be an idiot, trusting someone like me. If I were you, I wouldn't trust someone who can't even remember things right. It's just asking for trouble.
My memory sucks too.
Perhaps we both are. So, if it's not too much to ask, can you promise me two things? The first thing, please keep in touch with me, and make use of me whenever you can. Fighting is all I'm good at. If I can protect you and be of use, it makes me feel like I matter.
Oh man, she really is too pure.
Easy enough. All right, I promise.
The second thing, I don't know how to bring this up. I forgot your name. Can you tell me again?
A code name or a real name? Ooh. Well, be yourselves to them. Be yourselves to 11, instead of just saying that now would sort of mess this whole atmosphere up. We're Belle right now.
I'm Belle. From now on, we're friends. Wait, scratch that. We're already friends, aren't we?
That's a good name. I used to have a name just like yours, but none of that matters now. I swear, I won't forget your name this time. Sorry. I can't write things down so I don't forget.
Hey there,
I'm with the
Dragonfly.
Defense
Dragon,
Force,
just
after all.
wrapping this up right now.
Can't risk my notes falling into a traitor's hands and being leaked. So...
I just got through the story with Anby and them. It was real sweet and tragic. Okay, if you forget, I'll remind you.
Are you saying you might forget everything I said today? Well, I guess it can't be helped. But it's okay if you forget. I'll remind you as many times as it takes.
11 was my first
Jeez.
S rank I got in this game, so
Don't
she's
say
always been
things
special
that
to
make
me.
me want to rely on you even more. I already rely on you too much.
We finally get that trust rank maxed out now. Let's see, it was like this way. And claimed. How did it look again? There, right there. That's our soldier.